right, man. Let's talk about Terence Crawford taking on Canelo Alvarez. Let's do a quick prediction. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Okay. So here we go. Terence Crawford, 5'8", 74-inch reach, 41 wins, no losses, no draws, 31 KOs. Uh, and then we can talk about Canelo. Saul Canelo Alvarez, 63, two losses, two draws, 39 KOs, 70.5-inch reach, 5'7.5". So I think Bud got a half-inch height advantage and a 3.5-inch reach advantage. And they got their companies, their managers. I see that now. And then also you've seen with Bud, they got the gym or club that he trained at. So they got that in there. I haven't seen that before. And overall, I mean, we pretty much, for the most part, know these guys' resumes and that stuff of nature. So, I mean, honestly, I did the film breakdown on Patreon. You can grab the Patreon right now and check it out. The link's in the description. And I'm not. When I first seen this fight and kind of talk about this fight, it was pretty much from the standpoint of Bud was trying to get it at a catch weight. The rumor was Canelo was gonna fight Earl at a catch weight. He said, no, I'm not going up that high. And Canelo said no catch weight. So I'm just like, all right, the fight ain't gonna happen. And Bud changed his mind, went all the way up. He had no leverage. To make the fight at the catch weight or nothing like that. Canelo ain't gonna do a brother a favor at all. And now, for the most part, we are here with at the fight. And man, just to think about it for a minute, really, I mean, can he take the punch? Is it still a money grab? And I know, most people say, that's not in Bud's, in Bud's character. He wouldn't show up for a money grab. I mean, one thing I've been known about boxing is these niggas are sellouts. I mean, from the beginning of the times, from the beginning of the sport, they've been known to take dives. They've been known to, sell out and do certain type of things, so it still can be a sellout. You can't be surprised at anybody in this game, especially for the amount of time coonery that been going on in the sport of boxing. We've seen it over and over again. It's been a large amount of time coonery that's been going out. So at the end of the day, he still could be selling himself. And people could say, well, I don't even go about what my eyes tell me. When I heard him, he said he's not going up that high. Them guys too big. Then he changed his mind. What changed his mind? Money and the lack of options at 154. So it looked like a cash out to me to begin with. It felt like a cash out in my humble opinion. And I mean, right now, he's been away, but I'm putting nothing past these fighters, man. I'm just keeping it real. I don't put anything past these fighters, man. I've been around this shit for a minute, bro. These dudes in boxing, dog, they will do anything for $1. And we've seen it time and time again with Jake Paul, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson. We've seen this story play out time and time again. So at the end of the day, these dudes was do his best with their family. If Bud getting 50 million, 60 million, 40 million, 100 million, 10 million, that's still a lot of money. So in the back of your mind, you gotta still be thinking that, hey man, he may sell out. Charlo went in there and sold out. A lot of these dudes go in there and don't try. So in the back of your mind, that still kind of got to be there, in my humble opinion. And I know people say, well, yeah, but I've seen it too many times in the sport of boxing. A lot of these guys, they talk with so much conviction, right? They talk with so much conviction. You believe them. They get in the ring and the words don't match the actions. Now, Bud's credibility, he's built up with people. It's been dubbed as one of his last fights. And before you break down these fights, you got to remember. You have to remember this. He was talking like it was a cash out. And what's changed? I mean, it's no different than acting. There's no different than in acting. You know, Charlo got his bread. Remember, he got his bread and he was out of there. He was somebody about to go celebrate after a loss. Like, who the fuck celebrate after a loss? Because you know what? All these fighters, they objective is $1. That's it. So when you thinking about this fight, that has to factor in as the mindset. Do we really think he can win, or he just going to get $1? And part of me feel like he just going to get $1. Because I don't feel like that because that's what his character shows. I feel like that because that's what the fuck he said. And I just can't elude that, bro. I just can't get that out of my mind that, you know, he said he wasn't going up there. Then all of a sudden he had a change. Man, the money changed his mind. But I'll tell you this, from watching the film and watching these fighters for what I know, one thing I can tell you is Bud, you know, Bud has got to keep the fight in the center of the ring. I mean, obviously, the first thing you probably want to know is, you know, can he take the punch? And it's just not taking the punch. It's the mental abuse. It's the mental, you know, the mental conditioning. You know, it's the physical abuse that Canelo. And people can say, "Oh, Canelo look old and this, that, and third." Oh, he got a lot of room for error. Crawford don't have much room for error. He literally got to fight the perfect fight. He literally got to keep the fight in the middle of the ring. If he allows Canelo to back him into the ropes without throwing a jab, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Canelo like to do. They like to stalk you, walk you down with a little bit of head movement without throwing a punch. And once that happens, you know, you done exerted so much energy, you know, panicking, you know, reacting to everything, to everything that he's doing, that you start to fatigue, and then you do a lot of unnecessary movement. So then that becomes a problem. So honestly, he must really use his jab. If he uses jab early on, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if he uses jab early on, he got a great opportunity to win. But if he allowing Canelo to back, walk him down, and without throwing a punch in and back him back and push him on the ropes, it's going to be a short night. See, everybody can mentally prepare and say, "Yeah, I can take the punch. I'm ready to take the punch, this, that, and the third." But the question is, can he legitimately take the punch? That's the question. Can he legitimately take the punch? So can he take the punch? Can he take the mental abuse? Can he take the physical abuse? You know, and then we ain't really get to talk about him carrying the weight. We ain't talked about him carrying the weight. Like, okay, how would a weight carry? Will he be fast? Will he be strong? Will he be more fatigued? Will he punch hard? Would he take the punch? How would he absorb the punch? So it's a lot of things to be asked in this fight. And honestly, man, you know, on a film study I can watch, I got more into tactical, but like really thinking about all of that, he don't have much of a chance to win this fight. I can't lie to y'all niggas, man. He don't have much of a chance to win this fight, in my opinion. It's just too much working against him. I'm gonna just keep it real. It's too much working against him. Think about it. He got to be able to he got to be able to control the middle of the ring, right? Keep the fight in the middle of the ring. He got to be able to take a punch. He got to be able to take the physical abuse, the bumping, the pushing, the hitting on the shoulders and the elbows. He got what else he got to be able to do? His conditioning got to be well. He got to maintain his speed, his leg movement. He ain't been active. I mean, that's 7 things. We ain't talked about the commission. We ain't talked about the crowd. We ain't talked about him fighting in old Mexico and Las Vegas. I mean, it's a lot. It's an uphill battle. It's a real uphill battle. You know, for Canelo, really, like he did versus William Skull, all you gotta do is come forward and make it seem like he pushing the fight. Just take one shot. It take one shot for him to change the show. So for Canelo, you know, if he loses fight, it'll be because he legit lost his fight. Being lazy, he don't jab. So people kind of making the comparison to the Kell Brook fight where Kell Brook was jab. Man, Canelo don't throw a jab. He doesn't throw a consistent jab. So, honestly, man, I just think it's too much of an uphill battle for Bud. I'm speaking, from a logical standpoint of view. It's just too many things got to go right for him to win this fight. And that's my opinion. I think for Canelo, I just think he got too much shit going for him. I like Canelo for 9th round stoppage. I think Canelo stop him in 9. I'm not gonna get too far into it. I want Bud to win, but I gotta keep it a bean. So I want Bud to win, but I just thinking about it and everything that he has to complete for this fight to go right. I mean, you talking about tactical, it got to be right. He got to jab Canelo. He got to be first. If he find the rhythm, he got to sustain it conditioning wise. How will his speed be? How will his power be? How will his activity be? Can he stay off the ropes? Can he avoid getting clocked with the big shot? Will they choose to go on the inside? That's the question. Will they choose to go on the inside? Fight on the inside. The judges, the commission. But if he was to win this fight, it's really gonna be him controlling Canelo with the jab, hit and don't get hit. I think it's gonna be a certain part of him that really probably need to find a safe haven on the inside, work the body, but it's a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask. You going from, probably training 14, 16s to 10s, he got a slight height advantage, slight reach advantage. If he can keep him at the end of the punches and catch and shoot and swim without getting wet, it just the part of the fan of me want to pick him, root for him, and think Bud is different. But I like Canelo in 9. I think Canelo for the stoppage thing. That's a plus 360 right now on FanDuel. It was. So I like Canelo for the stoppage. I don't like I'm just using my logical pick. I want Bud to win, but I like Canelo for the stoppage piece.